Okay. Tess is a very unique individual. She is generally the happiest when she is either soaking wet, freezing cold and shivering, muddy, bloody, scratches all over. That's when she is in her prime. So Tess, she's also very stubborn. About 3 weeks ago, we wrote the last paper for the senior class, and Tess kept saying, I don't know what to do. She was freaking out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me. I don't know. And the directions were very clear and very simple. And usually the students take the side of other students when they're arguing with the teacher. On this case, the students were actually taking my side because they were saying, Tess, it's right there for you. She just didn't want to do it. When she did do it, it was one of the best papers that I had read the entire year. It was awesome. So the stubbornness is also there. Also, Tess is extremely silly. The goofiest stuff will make Tess laugh. When the magician was here, and we were sitting over in that classroom last year, the magician is telling the simplest, cheesiest jokes, and Tess is literally on the floor crying, laughing. I had never seen anyone laugh so hard with these jokes. And then she'll come into class and she'll tell me stories like, Mr. Galley, this truck rolled over the hill, ran over a bunch of cows, and the guy's head exploded and brains went everywhere. And she's laughing. That's Tess. Which brings me to Tess's laugh. It is very unique. You cannot mistake it when you hear it. And last April, there were, how many of us went on that rafting trip? 20 of us went on a rafting trip down the Salt River, northeast of Phoenix, and it was amazing. And I hadn't really known Tess until that time. And we got in the raft, and Tess is in my raft. She's got her life jacket on and these big, cheesy-looking helmets. And she gets in the front of the raft, of course. She's the first one in, the first one right to the front, where she can get soaking wet and cold the fastest. And about the second day of the trip, everybody gets out. We were pretty much the last stretch of the water. And Tess gets out of the raft, and a bunch of people get out of the raft because you could just hang on and float down with it. So I did the same because it was really hot, and so I'm sitting in the raft, or just hanging on to the side, floating down, just admiring the beautiful blooming cactus and the scenery, and I hear that laugh behind me.
That was Lizzie.
That was you,
Lizzie.
too. It was both of you.
No, that was Lizzie.
It was both of you. And the laugh gets louder and louder, and I have to turn around and say, Tess, what are you laughing at? She says, I'm peeing on you. So anyhow, Tess is extremely intelligent. She is brutally honest. That laugh is the most honest laugh you will hear. Just an all-around wonderful human being. We're going to miss her. We're going to miss that laugh. We're going to miss the silliness. We're going to miss everything about Tess. And for the students that I'm roasting, I cleaned out, if you remember earlier in the year, we cleaned out the shelves. And we had a bunch of older books. So I picked out some older books that I was going to give away because I know how badly you all wanted them. And I kept them for... So Tess always confused me because I'd always ask her where she was from, and I always tried to make fun of where she's from because that's what we do. But every time I'd name a place, she'd say something else. Minnesota, South Dakota, California, I don't know where it was. So I just went with the Great American Plains.